Here are 9 ways small businesses can survive Trump's tariffs. It's time to recognize the facts. The US is in a trade war. Some victims of the war are almost certainly going to be small businesses and small farms. Maybe even even if your small business does not directly import or export goods, you're still going to pay on to pay big. I've got 9 steps you should take now to minimize the impact of the trade war. First, recognize that these tariffs are going to affect you even if your small business is neither an importer or exporter. It was bad enough when the massive tariffs were on Chinese goods. In 2018, the US imported $557.9 billion in Chinese goods. But President Trump just announced new tariffs on Mexican goods. Those tariffs start at 5% on June 10, increasing every month, potentially going to 25% by October. US imported $371.9 billion in goods from Mexico in 2018, according to the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative. Virtually everything you buy in your business, office supplies, electronics, vehicles, the food in your break room was probably imported. Those prices will rise. As prices rise, 1 out of every 5 small businesses may die in this war. And a May survey conducted even before Trump announced additional tariffs to 0%. Small businesses said they wouldn't survive if tariffs on Chinese goods lasted another year. That's massive. Survey also indicated that 42% of small businesses see tariffs raising their costs. Those numbers may not seem that large, 5%, 10%, 25%, but tariffs add up. For example, let's say a retailer currently sells a pair of pants for $30. How did they get to $30? The importer of those pants charges the wholesaler $12. The wholesaler marks up the pants by 25% to $15. The retailer uses the usual markup on apparel of 100%, making it $30. Now, let's see what happens if there's a 25% tariff. Importer tax the $3 in tariffs onto the $12 price, making it $15. The wholesaler marks up the item by 25%, making it $18.75. The retailer marks it up by 100%, making it $37.50. What can you do to help your small business survive in Trump's trade war? Can you remember a lesson the exasperated teacher Ben Stein was teaching in the film? Anyone? This may be difficult because your suppliers read the news too, and they're scared of tariffs and higher prices. But like you, the cost of your inventory will almost certainly rise. Due to the recessionary impact of the tariffs may reduce future sales. The prices are going up. The Trump's steel exports have already caused appliances and other steel-heavy goods to increase in price, and experts estimate that if the full Mexican tariffs go into effect, the cost of the average car will go up $1,000, $1,500. This is a good time to search for American suppliers, even though the costs are likely to be higher. Look for suppliers from non-tariff countries. Increased costs as a result of tariffs are likely to result in inflation and higher interest rates. If you know you may not want to borrow now, but it's good to have funds available to you. If you're an exporter, you may have already felt the impact of the Trump tariffs. Some farmers. Rhonda Abrams is the author of the best-selling business plan guide of all time, just released in its 7th edition. Connect with Rhonda. The views and opinions expressed in this column are the author's and do not necessarily reflect those of USA Today. This article originally appeared on USA Today.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.